Liverpool have got winners, but one thing I will say to Liverpool fans is I keep hearing this is phase one, this is the Slot's first season. Amazing, right? That's the part I want to hear. It's first season, not phase one. It's like phase 10 or some shit.
What do you mean by that?
My point is that Van Dijk and Salah have been there for so long. Phase one for me is when like we were 8th or we were like at the time something like 11th, 12th. We have to rebuild the entire squad. Liverpool will go for rebuild, of course, but it's because their players have aged, they've gone older, they're going to leave, contracts running out, but they've got a winning team there. They've won a Champions League. Salah's won the Champions League. Van Dijk's won a Premier League as well. They've already won. We hadn't even gotten the Champions League at that point. There's a difference in terms of building wise. But Liverpool next season, I think if they can keep 2 of their 3 players, it will be massive. We'll see who they sign as well. But bro, they're going to lose an all-timer regardless. I think Trent, in terms of what he provides, is right because an all-timer. It looks like he's going to Madrid. If they let go of Van Dijk as an example, or Mo Salah, how are you going to replace that? And City will be back. I know that for a fact. With Arsenal, it's an unknown for me. Depends on who we sign.
When they say like phase one and stuff, there's no guarantee that Slot's rebuild is going to be better than what's going on right now.
It's a different.
You know, a lot of people do think that if you're good now and then you're just going to keep adding on top, that means you're going to be a much better. That's not necessarily the case. They might not improve. Who knows?
The phase one stuff is so interesting to me because I saw something. Big up that flick. They put something out and they were saying that of the 11 managers that have won the Premier League, 6 have won in their first season. 6 have won in their first full season.
11 managers to what?
To win the Premier League. 6 have won in their first full season.
Who we're talking? They're talking Conte,
you're
Mourinho.
talking Jose, Conte, Ancelotti, Slot.
I can't remember
Is
the
Wenger's
names.
first full-year count though?
No.
Then
full year.
Full year. Then the second bit was Ranieri won in his first full year back with Leicester after being away from the league in 10 years.
I mean, that
was crazy.
You come back and boom, and then it was Pep and someone else won in their second season. The only person that was an outlier is Klopp because he won in his 4th season.
Yeah.
And then it got me thinking about all of these guys that you're naming that won in their first season. They came with new methodologies that people don't really clock onto. They're able to take the league by storm. Then in the second years or whatever, people might have got a bit privy to, and then they've had to evolve over time and stuff. So that's when people are talking about phases and stuff. I understand what people mean about building the team, but I don't think it's the right attitude to have when you're talking about football. But okay, well, we're going to add this piece and that piece.
100%.
Football changes all the time.
Bro,
it changes all the time. Something can just
Nothing
happen
is
like that.
guaranteed.
Nothing is guaranteed in
100%.
football. So just because you've got a pretty squad like this, you don't know what's going to happen to your team.
I'm trying to say, man. That's why, like, there's 3 players who are running out of contract. Salah, Van Dijk, and Trent. One's going. We look like he's going. We don't know what's happening with Salah as well right now. Van Dijk, I saw the PSG conversations the other day. Right? That was a bit spooky. But my point is, they've got a winning team though. They have got over the line. Van Dijk has won a title and so has Salah. They're not coming for a culture where, you know, Chelsea are right now, where it's a brand new team, where United are, where we're in the mud. And Arsenal, as an example, back in 2020, we were awful. We're not even in the Champions League at that point. Liverpool have got to the heights before. Obviously, a few little changes here and there. You know, Mane is gone, they've got Nunes, players like that. But the core is still there. Once that core goes, because they will go, then it's a matter of how do you replace that. And that's where your phase starts again. Because that's a top level team you're losing, and it's hard to replace again, bro.